All right, so it is 27 after 9 o'clock. Welcome to Conversations with IAST. This is a program featuring the Institute of Applied Sciences and Technology. Every week we chat with persons from IAST and they talk about things local, science, manufacturing, and getting into the whole idea of agriculture and creating products and so forth. This week we have joining us on the show Ms. Nonika Daniels and Ms. Ravina Mangal, Chief Accountant and Head of Marketing at IAST, and they will talk a little bit about some of the cultural impacts and also the challenges of being chief accountant and so many other things that we've got to cover this morning. But let's listen to a word from our advertisers and we'll listen to Pacoraima Flavors. When we come back, Ms. Mangal will tell us about our very first selection, which is from Ms. Sheriana Balkaran. But let's listen first of all to Pacoraima Flavors.
La, 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 la.
Never on Sunday? Of course you can have them over on your dining table every day of the week, especially Sunday. Sun-dried tomato salad dressing and sun-dried tomato ketchup. Two all-natural, authentic, indigenous people's products from Pacoraima Flavors. Made from organically grown tomatoes to bring life to your salads and great taste to your every meal. Pacoraima Flavors, sun-dried tomato ketchup and salad dressing. They're wokpong from the mountains and now on the shelves at Bounty supermarkets.
La, la, la,
All right. So we are going to now introduce our guests to you. We have Ms. Nonika Daniels and Ms. Ravina Mangal. Good morning, ladies. Welcome to Conversations with IAST.
Good morning, Miranda.
Good morning, Morano, and good morning, Guyana. Such a pleasure to be here, as always, on Thankful Thursday.
Wonderful to have you. I know Ms. Mangal will lead the discussions this morning, and so I'm going to hand it straight over to you before we have our very first selection to talk a little bit about cultural impacts that any project can have on communities. So it's over to you to get the ball rolling this morning.
All right, so as you said, the first song that we have this morning is one by Ms. Sherian Balkaran. And she is a remarkable, bright young lady from Paramakatoy community, which is consequently the village that our tomato project is done. And so this song itself is tied into what the impact this project has on the community. And if you listen to the lyrics carefully, they provide insight onto what this project has done and what it's about. And it's aptly named the Tomato Song. When we go into these communities in Paramakatoy, you can tell that everybody's very happy about the way things are going, and the project itself has such an impact on the farmers who are now very happy and very proud to call themselves tomato farmers. Paramakatoy itself is now the tomato community. And one of the things that we are planning and hoping to do is to have a tomato festival, which we're in talks with the Tushao and the Village Council to have, that will coincide with the Pacoraima Safari. And so it's not just about producing tomatoes and producing a product. It's about having a community that is fully immersed into this project and is proud of this project and is taking it far beyond just farming. And so with something like that, what we will further look into is to have agro-tourism become a thing there, because we're very proud of the processes itself and the way that is being done. As you know, Pacoraima Flavors is a high quality product, and therefore the processes themselves are done to the highest standard. And that's something that we're very proud of, and we want to showcase that hopefully soon in agro-tourism.
Wonderful news indeed. That's a great start. And so let's listen now to Sheriana Balkaran with the Tomato Song.
Patamu
It's the Paramakatoy Tomato Song by Sheriana Balkaran on Conversations with IAST. We're featuring the Institute of Applied Sciences and Technology. This is a weekly program with our friends from IAST. And today, joining me virtually is Ms. Nonika Daniels and Ms. Ravina Mangal. They're the Chief Accountant and Head of Marketing, respectively, at IAST. So we had a chance to meet Ms. Mangal, and she gave brief opening remarks. And so welcome back wherever you might be joining us right now on 93.1 Real FM, the People's Choice. And so our next guest is Ms. Daniels, and we're just going to invite her to come on and tell us a little bit about herself and what is it that she does at IAST, if there are any challenges or anything like that. Ms. Daniels, welcome. You're the Chief Accountant at IAST.
Yes, Miranda. Good morning again to you and everyone tuned in. Happy Amerindian Heritage Month to all of Guyana. And as you mentioned, I'm the Chief Accountant at IAST. The basic tenets of accounting is accountability and creating balance. As such, some of the challenges experienced would be time management, achieving real-time visibility, handling financial consolidation effectively. This is only magnified when managing the types of projects we have at the Institute. No two projects at the Institute are the same. We have some that are large and some that are small. Therefore, the time and resources needed are different. Some major factors that ensures our success is ensuring everyone is doing their jobs, having open communication with our stakeholders, and providing the resources needed to do their jobs. When these things are in place, it reduces the challenges that we may encounter at the Institute.
All right. Well, that's a great introduction into what is it that you do. Is there anything you'd like to add, Ms. Mangle, to what Ms. Daniels just told us about her functions as Chief Accountant and as it relates to the many projects, the diverse disciplines down there at IAST?
Just to say that while Norika is our chief accountant, everybody at IAST wears more than one hat. We're a small organization and everybody has to pull multiple weights. So while she is based in accounting, and she's certainly the best that there is, you look at the success of the projects and a large part of that is due to her and her team. She's also a big part of when we have to travel to the interior. When we sometimes have to paste boxes, her and her team will be there. When we're doing marketing research, she is a big part of getting customers for us. So that's just a small part of what she and everybody at IAST does.
All right. So I'm sure, everyone has multitasking abilities, and that is really wonderful, particularly when you're, when you have a small staff as your organization down there. All right, so today we're told it's a drifters kind of a day, and we're about coming up to our next musical break, and we're going to be hearing from the Drifters, Benny King and so forth on today's program. The next one is actually one of my favorites, and I'm rather surprised because actually I didn't see the list until when I came into studio this morning, but believe it or not, I was playing a bit of the Drifters music this morning as I was getting ready to come in to studio. I like to work along with my own music in the morning. So Under the Boardwalk, indeed, is certainly one of my favorites. You're tuned to the Morning Fuel on 93.1 Real FM, the People's Choice. This is Conversations with IAST. Our guests today, Ms. Noika Daniels and Ms. Ravina Mangal. They're the Chief Accountant and Head of Marketing at IAST. And now we will talk to Ms. Daniels a little bit about Morning Glory, which you just heard about in the background there. And, these are some really challenging times for everyone. The entire world is operating under different circumstances, different schedules. A new normal is what some people are referring to it as. COVID-19 has certainly changed the way we do a number of things, and I'm sure there's some challenges that the folks at IAST would have. And so we're going to bring in Miss Daniels again, and she's going to talk a little bit about Morning Glory and what they have been up to, challenges-wise, how they've been able to overcome them and so on, because I'm sure things like, shorter operating hours and things like that, they all have a bearing on the final product. So, Ms. Daniels, come back again. Good morning. Are you there?
Yes, Miranda, good morning again.
Welcome
Miranda,
back.
let me find out from you. Have you tasted Morning Glory rice cereal before?
I might have. I can't recall. I think so. I think so. I really I think I did sometime during April. I believe I might have tried it. But please don't ask me if I remember, because that is one thing. That's why I'm saying I really can't remember if I did try it. So to be quite honest.
Okay, we jog your memory and we send over some for you before the end of the day.
Oh, that's magnificent.
Okay.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me tell you a bit about Morning Glory. It was developed late in 24. The cereal actually was developed late in 2014 with a small operation, which was run from the Food and Feed Lab in IEST. So right at the back of us, there's a lab, and everything took place in there. The idea of operating a fully functional rice cereal factory was pitched to the then president, Donald Ramatar, who without reservation provided funding for the project. Operations fully began in August of 2014, providing employment to 30% of the full capacity of the factory to as equipment, with IEST's technical staff looking over for a few runs. In 2016, we got the Ministry of Education school feeding program on board, and they started taking cereal for that program.
Okay.
In 2017, Aunt McCall came on board as a major distributor. And here we are today. I don't have the old packaging, but this is our new packaging that we have for Morning Glory. I don't know if you can see this clearly, Miranda.
Indeed, indeed.